Listen, a lot of people want to know how do they pass prop firm challenges strategically so they can be in position to get access to funding, but at the same time position themselves to understand how to trade for themselves. Well, two more people using the 4 metric system that shows you when to buy or sell using A plus setups was able to use those things in order to get access to more funding through prop firms. Now, that's totally up to you. I'm not here to say whether you should or should not do prop firms, but since you're looking at this video, it's a good chance you're considering prop firms. And if you need a way, a method to position yourself to have a high probability of passing prop firm challenges and have a high probability of being a good trader and being in profits, this 4 metric system may be a good fit for you. Just something for you to consider, and I just wanted to show some real world proof of two people that passed prop firm challenges today. Like, this is just today. We're not even including previous individuals and things of that nature. Just wanted to show you in real time that this thing works. People are using it and benefiting from it, and you might be able to benefit from it as well once you understand how the system and the tool works to discover A plus setups, so you know when the best chances are for you to buy or sell. If you can count to 4 and you know your colors, then you can benefit from this tool. Even if you're not trying to pass a prop firm challenge and you're just trying to benefit from being more of a high probability successful trader. Here's how the A plus setups work. Then I show you what it looks like in real time on the market in the charts. Let's go. So this is what I mean by looking for A plus setups. I said it because I wanted you to see how it looks on the screen. It's in, a couple of different places. But an A plus buy setup, you want everything to be green. A high probability of the market going up, also known as going long. Green buy signal. So you'll see the green buy signal, which is the indicator that prints a green buy signal. So you want to see that. You want to see a green bullish bias. Remember I showed you the bias in the upper right hand corner. It's either going to say bullish, bearish, or neutral. If it's neutral, you don't do anything. You just wait. Patience is key in trading. Patience brings wealth in trading. So you look for a green bullish bias, which lets you know that the market has been going up. That's the bias. That's the nature of the market at the time. You look for a green trend bar. That's the wavelengths that I showed at the bottom of the screen. You want that to also be green. And then you're looking for a green power line. Power line that is green and horizontal basically says money is in the market right now at this time. Come get some. It's so many words. Once all those 4 things have been checked, consider that an A plus buy setup. So it's a high probability. Real simple. Real simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. For A plus sell setup, what you're looking for is, pretty much the opposite, minus one thing, being identical. You're looking for a red sell signal. You're looking for a red bearish bias. You're looking for a red trend bar. And you're also looking for the green power line as well. That lets you know money is in the market. You want liquidity. You want to be able to get money out of the market at the right time, strategically, and rinse and repeat. This is an example of what an A plus setup is based on these 4 things being in position once you have everything set up, once you get access to the group. Now, I'm going to go over real quick what's in the group so that way you understand what you're getting, and then let me know if you got any questions, anything you want me to clarify on, so that way I can incorporate it in other videos, and I know it can help others as well. All right, so I want to show you how it works on a chart. This is a replay, but I want to show you a couple of things that are, relevant during this time frame. Now, it is playing faster than normal. This is the 5-minute chart, and what is being traded is the small contracts for gold, the 1 ounce gold. Now, what you're looking for is the setup that matches the A plus 4 metric system that I shared with you. Look for the daily buys. You're looking for a sell or a buy signal. And you're looking for trending bars and momentum. Right now it's showing trending in red, showing the daily buys that's switching from bearish to neutral. And we got some green momentum, which basically means it's money in the market at this time flowing in. And that's usually good in pushing something in a certain direction. Now, these are small candles, so it's not a whole lot of movement, but it's still opportunity in these small movements that are taking place when you understand it. So let's pause it right here, because right here what we received was a reverse buy signal. A reverse buy signal. Now, in order for it to be an A plus setup, you want it to have a daily bias that says bullish if it's a buy signal, and you want it to have some green bars here plus some green momentum that represents money is in the market. So it hasn't quite matched the A plus setup just yet. So at this point, with it being neutral, we just be patient and see if that presents itself. But we do see a reverse buy. We do see a stop loss has been plotted, as well as take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. So all of these things have been placed, but it doesn't match our A plus setup. So we won't do anything right now. We'll just look at it and just see if those things align. We're starting to see some green trend. We're starting to see some other action happening. The daily bias is now bullish. That's a good sign. But we don't have the green momentum bar up. It just showed itself. So now this represents an A plus setup because we got the buy signal, we got the daily bias that matches. It says bullish. Got some green trending happening here, and we just got some green momentum to present itself. So let's just say hypothetically I push buy, because people are using this strategy in order to pass those prop firm challenges, and it's opportunity in this. Now with one contract, this is if you have a smaller account, but if you have a decent amount in your account, let's just say hypothetically you decided to do 10 contracts. And of course, this is not financial advice, not telling you what to do. I'm just showing that, even though this is a smaller contract, if you wanted to have more profits, then you just increase the contract size once you're ready. Not something that you'll do from the beginning. I just want to paint a picture of how it works. That way you can understand, you can still make money on the small contracts, but you can still lose money on the small contracts as well. Depending on your contract size will determine the amount you make or lose. But let's just say hypothetically we took this A plus buy setup, and what you have to pay attention to is, with this being every candle represent 5 minutes, sometimes it may take time to be in the trade. Sometimes you may be in and out. You may be in and out, and you can make money in a short amount of time. But sometimes you might have to be in a trade longer term in order to, see your goals. But at least you have some risk management in place. Okay, this is a good place to do a stop loss if it goes in the opposite direction of my favor. And these are some good take profit zones. Typically, it has to take profit 80% of the time once an A plus setup has presented itself. We have an A plus setup, so it's an 80% chance that it can go to TP1. Could it not and still hit the stop loss or go lower? Absolutely. You just have to be in position. Now, right here, let's take it back, because I forgot to actually hit the buy when I said I would. But we saw some motion. It didn't quite hit the, let's make sure it's at the A plus setup, because I don't want to hit buy prematurely. But it didn't at the time when I initially paused it. It didn't quite hit the take profit 1, but it got very close. For some of you, you may want to still take your profits then, if that's what your game plan says. Basically, if you have a certain amount that you're okay with making for that trade, for that time frame, never feel bad about taking your profits. That being said, let's go ahead and hit buy, because the A plus setup presented itself. Green momentum, green trend, buy signal, bullish, all 4 metrics are met. We'll hit buy. So now that we've hit buy, we'll let it play out. And keep in mind, like I said, sometimes it could be in and out trades. Sometimes it could be, you have to wait a while. Now, that has been 5 minutes after the trade. Let's pause it here. When this bar almost hit the take profit 1, that represents about 10 to 15 minutes in the trade, because we entered here 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, so a little bit over 10 minutes in the trade. With 10 contracts, it's $72. Now, of course, I said these are smaller contracts, so if that was one contract, then this would be $7. So give or take. But you see, the potential is here in terms of having A plus setup and being profitable. Now, some people, they trade 100 contracts, 50 contracts. It just depends on the amount of capital you have available to be used in a trade. You don't want to blow your account, so you have to grow into being able to trade more contracts, and you want to be at least having a high probability of being profitable before you start making that move. But nonetheless, this is how it works. We'll let it play a little bit longer to see if it hits the take profit one, and then we'll wrap it up. But I just want you to see how this system works so you can know, okay, all I'm looking for is 4 things to match and determine if I want to buy or sell. And keep in mind, trades can also go against you as well. So a person taking their profit, that's why I said, be okay with taking your profits, because the trade can go back and forth, back and forth. It still hadn't got close to our stop loss, but the trades can go up and down, up and down. You just have to keep your emotions intact. And if you see what you believe to be true as in the terms of a good trade, stick with it. At least you know you took an A+ setup. If it didn't go in your favor, you let it trade another day, as long as you have your risk management at play. All right, so right now we're above where we initially were. It still hasn't quite hit the take profit, the TP1 yet, but if you're okay with that amount, then by all means, feel free to take your profits. But markets don't always go in one direction. They go up, down, up, and down. Now, this has actually hit the take profit, so this would be a good time to close out the trade. It could go to take profit 2. It could go to take profit 3. But for the sake of this example, we want to say take profit 1 was the goal. It never went down to our stop loss area where it would be a good idea to take a stop loss. It kept going up. That said, that's a profitable trade, and this is something that many people are using in order to pass prop firm challenges. But more than that, just being able to have a strategy to be a profitable trader at the end of the day. That's all I got for this video. If you want access to this tool, you know what to do. So do what you know. Link down below. Salute.